It's Tuesday, June 19th. Is that the date? Yeah. I should get that shit straight before I start these live videos. It's 4:20 p.m. This is your daily 420 report with your good pal jer-dog. How you doing on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon? Yesterday it was hot and muggy as I sat out here in my patio studio delivering my live broadcast to all my fans, friends, and followers. Thank you very much for being here today. But the rain hit hard. It hit hard last night and totally broke the heat. So today, man, it's been a nice, cool, beautiful Iowa afternoon here with the mighty jer-dog. Thanks for joining in. Wow, we got a lot of people tuning in right now. Thank you very much. Hit me up with a comment or a little wave or a thumbs up or a question or a concern or a criticism or an FU. Hey, Brad Feingold, what's up, man? Hey, dude, that thing we talked about, we still got to do it, dude. I just felt really behind. I went out on vacation, took my family to Colorado. A whole bunch of exciting shit went down in jer-dog's world over those few weeks, and so I got behind on a few of the projects, and one of those was what we were talking about. Budman's in the house. I'll be coming to your neck of the woods, dude, this Saturday night, Stoughton, Wisconsin, Lawns Tailgaters. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP. They have special door prize giveaway that's happening that night. A lot of cool shit is going down. Hit up Ryan Schultz for tickets. Jack Herndon, a.k.a. Jack Wild, will be the special guest host and MC. Paul Michaels, a local radio host from, I think it's The Hog. Yeah, he had me on his show last Thursday, I think it was. Wednesday or Thursday, I did the morning show with Paul Michaels. He's going to be the opening act. So get your tickets now. Lawns Tailgaters this Saturday night, Stoughton, Wisconsin. I know I got a lot of Wisconsin friends out there, so spread the word and get your ass down to Stoughton this Saturday night. Also this Friday night, in my neck of the woods, Iowa, Albia, Iowa, the Eagles Club. Eagles Clubs have been really good to me this year. Eagles Clubs have been really good. And they've got great audiences. They're places where they're blue-collar, hardcore drinker, partiers. They like to have a great time. They like to have a lot of fun, but they don't get out of control. These clubs are places where they're classy but not uptight. So I really like doing the Eagles Clubs. They're a lot of fun. This Friday night, Albia, Iowa, Eagles Clubs. Make sure you get your tickets for that ASAP. Mike Smith says, Joe jer-dog, I was working in it yesterday, but I made it home to watch the 420 report from Charles City. Awesome. Cool. Thank you, Mike. Mike Smith, a loyal viewer of the 420 report, as is the Bud Man, as is Art Walters. What's up? Just talking about the Eagles Club. What a great fun show that was last Saturday, the Rock Falls, Illinois Eagles Club, where I brought my good friend, my co-star in the He Said, She Said comedy battle of the sexes, the mutant queen of comedy, Katrina Brown. You know her, you love her. She blew the doors off the place last Saturday night in Rock Falls, Illinois at the Eagles Club. So, hey, Art, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for helping put all that together. I think we walked that elephant through the town, man. I think we walked that big ass elephant right down Main Street of Rock Falls, Illinois. He rolled right into the neighbor's yard, right into the mayor's yard, trampled the rose bushes, took a big old shit right on the sidewalk, and everybody was talking about it. You know what I mean. For those of you who might think that I've gone off my rocker there just a little bit, it's just an old analogy that I learned a long time ago. I think I heard it from P.T. Barnum. Not directly, obviously, but in a book that I read about show promotion by P.T. Barnum. Maybe. It could have been. I could be completely out of my mind here. I could be completely misquoting this, but it's basically the analogy that tells you what the difference is between advertising, promotion, marketing, and all that kind of stuff when you're putting on an event. So if the circus is coming to town and you make up a bunch of signs and flyers and posters and you put those up all over the place to let people know that the circus is coming to town, that's advertising. If you take the elephant and you walk the elephant through the town that would be promotion. If the elephant tramples the mayor's flowers and takes a big old shit on the sidewalk and the newspapers pick up on it, that is publicity. If the mayor laughs about it, that's public relations. When everybody shows up at the circus to buy tickets and concessions and cotton candy and all the novelty toys and gimmicks and bric-a-braca, that's sales. And if you were clever enough to orchestrate the entire thing, that's marketing. Hey, Trisha, what's up? Bud says, I was flooded in Flooded Creek off my rocker, LOL. Saw P.T. Barnum in the 70s. Did you really? Did you really now? You saw P.T. Barnum in the 70s. That's very interesting. I'm not sure when he died, but I would have made him like 40 years old from what I think. Anyway, I could be wrong on that. I'll have to go back and do a little bit more studying of P.T. Barnum. One of my heroes. I've read some of his stuff, but I just don't know every little fucking fact and figure about his life. And I could be completely misquoting him about that whole walking the elephant through town circus analogy. In any case, it is Tuesday. I had some stuff to show you, not the least of being, of course, my CD that I give out for free. You guys know, you already know it. I already talked about it before, but if you are new to the 420 Report, you can go to barcomic.com, barcomic.com, for a free, totally free copy of my CD, Totally Baked. And you also get my very own special brownie recipe when you sign up for that. Actually, the CD itself is a penny plus shipping. If you actually want to get the CD, it's a penny plus shipping, but the download's totally free. And I'll put the link in the video description. Actually, I'll put the link in the comments as soon as I wrap up this video here. Ringling Brothers, the greatest show on earth. That's right, Ringling Brothers used to have the greatest show on earth. Bud Morizzi. Ringling Brothers used to have the greatest show on earth until the mighty jer-dog came around with the Grassroots Comedy Tour. And now there's the new greatest show on earth, which is going to be coming to the Albia Eagles Club this Friday night, June 22nd. Get your tickets now. Or this Saturday night in Stoughton, Wisconsin at Lon's Tailgaters. Get your tickets now. And I'll definitely put the show information in the video description above as soon as I get wrapped up here. The other thing I want to show you was my s'mores stick. I got my little homemade s'mores stick from for making s'mores. I just took this piece of wood splinter, sanded it down, busted up this shish kebab pokey thingy dingy in half, and then did a little leather wrap around the whole deal to fasten it. And now I got my very own homemade s'more stick. So I'm looking forward to using that. I wanted to use it last night, but it was raining so damn hard we couldn't get a fire going. But it is Tuesday, and I like to do trivia. Oh, here's the other thing I wanted to show you. Okay, so I cleaned out my van, and I don't know if I've told you this story or not. I know I've told this story when my van blew up a few months ago. The world-famous Vangina, jer-dog's one-man tour bus that I used to take all over the country, dude. I probably put 1,000 to 1,500 miles on average per week on the 1999 Toyota Sienna minivan, which for the longest time I thought was the greatest road vehicle to have. You know, I've had it, I probably bought it at around 100,000 miles, and that thing completely blew up on me at about 350,000 miles. So I got a good 250,000 miles. 250,000 miles traveling this great country, entertaining alcoholics with my no-holds-barred, irreverent, improvisational stand-up comedy show at nightclubs, taverns, and neighborhood bars. I thought it was the greatest vehicle ever. I really did. I will never own one ever again. Actually, never say never. I might. You never know. Never say never, but you never know. right now, you know, it was just such a pain in the ass. There was always something going wrong with it. It was always easy and fairly cheap to fix, but you never knew what the fuck was going to happen. There at the very end, I didn't even know if I was going to be making the gigs, because every single damn time I started it up, some weird funny noise would be coming out the front end, the back end, the tires would be doing this, that, or the other thing. Eventually, the whole thing just locked up on me and completely exploded. I almost died. It was, I mean, I don't want to say almost, it was scary, very, very, very scary experience. I'm in Dubuque, Iowa. I pull over for gas. I still have like maybe a 3-hour drive left to go where I was performing that night in Portage, Wisconsin. And so I pull over for gas. I grab something to eat. I get back in the van. I'm going down the road. The next thing you know, all kinds of steam and smoke starts barreling out of the front end. It's just coming out of the hood. Looks like Cheech and Chong is getting camping out under that motherfucker all night long. And the heat gauge just went straight into the red, totally overheating. And the last time that had happened, just a few months prior, when that had gone down, as soon as that black smoke and white steam started pouring out of the front end underneath that hood, it immediately locked up, just boom. And I mean, just immediately, just completely shut down. And I had to, like, you know, use all my strength and might to steer it over to the side of the road so we wouldn't get hit by oncoming traffic. So this last time that's going on, I pull out of this gas station in Dubuque, Iowa. I'm going through town. All this smoke and steam starts barreling out of the fucking hood, man. And I take the very next exit, just instinctually, just take the very next exit so I can pull over, see what's going on, make sure I don't get into a car accident, make sure the goddamn van doesn't blow up right there on Highway 3 or Highway 151 or whatever it is that goes through Dubuque. And the exit that I took, as soon as I took the exit, I see this. Oh my God, a bird just flew in through here. I see a sign that says, Mississippi River, welcome to Wisconsin, Mississippi River. I'm driving now with a van about ready to explode. I knew it was about ready to lock up and die on me at any moment. Smoke pouring out of the hood. And that's what I'm driving now, over a 1-mile bridge across the Mississippi River. There's no place to pull over, man. And if it locks up and dies right there on the bridge, who knows? It might have caused a 20-car pile up. People might have been flying over the sides into the Mississippi. I very well might have been responsible for the deaths of hundreds. Who knows? I could be exaggerating. That's just what I'm saying. I didn't know. I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I was freaked the fuck out as I'm driving this van with smoke pouring out of the front end across the bridge going over the Mississippi River for an entire mile at 55 miles an hour. Needless to say, I did survive. I made it across the state line safe and sound, pulled over immediately, the very first exit, as soon as I got across the bridge. And I was able to get to the gig that night using a rental car from Enterprise. Thank you, Enterprise, for the hookup. No, actually, that particular night, Enterprise wasn't going to bring out a rental car. They still had like half an hour that they were going to be open, but for some reason they weren't going to be able to help me out last minute like that. So very luckily, my wife had a good friend that lives in Dubuque, and I called her up. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to make the gig for the first time in like 15 fucking years. I'm not going to make a gig. My wife's like, hang on, I think I can pull some strings. And so she found a friend of hers that was immediately drove her car out to where I was stranded there on the side of the road just over the state line in Wisconsin, and let me borrow her car for the night in order to make my gig there in Portage, Wisconsin. But when the van took a shit, I decided no more van. I'm not doing these road vehicles anymore. These comedians, they like to brag about how many miles they get out of their road vehicle, how many miles they put on the road vehicle, how much money they put into it every month just to get to their gigs on time. You know, that's kind kind of cool, you know, back in the day when you're first starting out. That's kind of cool. It's like kind of like having bragging rights for the first time ever. It seems very romantic to be driving that piece of shit Tommy Boy car all across the country. You know, it's like what they drove in Tommy Boy when just every fucking thing went wrong with them. They've got the door glued on, and they hit the deer, and then the deer destroyed the convertible top and all that stuff. You know, or like in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when John Candy and Steve Martin are driving that car that had completely caught on fire and everything was fucking melted on the inside, and they still tried to make it to their destination for the holidays. You know, that's as a comedy gag, that shit's kind of funny in a real movie. But when that's your real life, week in and week out, and all you're trying to do is get to gigs, that shit gets a little bit stressful. It's rental cars from here on out. Anyway, I digress. The whole point of that story was to mention the fact that as I was cleaning the van out, I found all kinds of little interesting things. One of them, which I'm going to give a demonstration of this tomorrow for Hump Day Happy Hour, is my Keychain Breathalyzer, which I don't know if these things are accurate or not. Now it's the famous jer-dog, the one and only. Thanks, bud. I don't know if these are accurate or not, but it gives you a little countdown, and then when it gets to like 3, you blow into the end here, and it tells you what your blood alcohol level is. I use these many a nights, maybe mistakenly so. I don't know how accurate they really are, but it would always tell me whether I'm safe to drive back to the hotel. Not that I like literally safe, quite frankly. 0.08 across the board universally for everybody is a bunch of bullshit if you want my opinion on it. There's, you know, like 0.08 for me is not nearly the same as 0.08 for, say, some 100-pound 21-year-old girl that just started drinking that night. You know, 0.08 for jer-dog. I'm the bar comic, for Christ's sake. I've been getting up on stage 3-4 nights a week for damn near 20 years doing this shit, okay? 0.08 for me is like nothing, okay? What is 0.08? It's like 2 beers, right? You think it takes 2 beers to get my ass drunk? It takes 2 beers to get my ass out of bed in the morning. Anyway, I'm going to give a demonstration of this, the blood alcohol test. What is it? The breathalyzer, Keychain Breathalyzer. I'll give a demonstration of this tomorrow after I have a few drinks on Hump Day Happy Hour on the 420 report. See if these things really do work. I don't know. I've got a few cops that are friends, fans, and followers out there. Let me know what your opinion is. A, is 0.08. It's really bullshit. You know it is. You know it's just a revenue maker for the state. You know that that's what's really going on. You know, and it's especially bullshit because you get treated like a felon, but you don't get your rights read to. You don't get the rights of a felon. And if you don't comply, you just instantly get your license taken away. So it's like a guilty until proven innocent kind of bullshit scenario, you know? I mean, shit, I've done shows where I'm like half a bottle of tequila in. I can still juggle 3 apples at a time and take a bite every single time the crowd yells the phrase, eat it. You know, I think 0.08 is going to impair me to be able to safely drive back to the hotel. No, but if I want to get back safe and sound without getting pulled over and $10,000 worth of fines and legal fees, pick yourself up the little $20 breathalyzer keychain. These things might not be accurate. Of course, don't take any of this that seriously that I have to say on these live videos. You know, I just got my law degree a couple weeks ago, so I don't have a whole lot of experience in these matters. Please consult your attorney for official legal information. That's my disclaimer. But I also have these trivia cards that I found, and I was going through these. I was going to do a trivia Tuesday today, but I'm going through these, and they're more like mind benders. They're called brain benders, but these are some serious. These aren't like trivia questions. These are like you got to like figure out puzzles. They're like story problems. The type of shit that I used to hate when I was in elementary school. I was going to do some of these as a contest, maybe give something away like a t-shirt or a DVD or something. Tricia says, I have 2 OWIs. I blew 1.56 both times and felt fine. Yeah, that's exactly what went down with me. I felt perfectly okay to drive. I really did. No, Truth be told, I had a little bit to drink that night. You know me, I'm the mighty jer-dog. And not like that'd be the first time that that's happened, that I had a little bit to drink that night. But I've sat there, I had water, I had food, I took some time to perfectly sober up, completely coherent. 0.08 miles. There should be a matrix. They should put you through like a whole matrix, like cross-referencing your lifestyle and your height and your weight and your age and your drinking experience and everything, and then put it all into like some sort of calculatable formula, some sort of algorithm. Facebook has that shit figured out in order to know how many people they want to expose your posts and your photos and your videos to. Why can't they fucking figure that shit out for OWIs? Put the algorithm together where if you do blow into one of these breathalyzers, they also figures in your height, your weight, your drinking experience, your lifestyle. If you are the mighty jer-dog and you've been entertaining alcoholics in nightclubs, taverns, and neighborhood bars for damn near 20 years, it might be a little bit different than if you're a 21-year-old girl drinking Jaeger bombs for the very first time. Just saying. Actually, I hate that phrase. I can't believe I just said it. Ah, shit, I didn't even get to the trivia cards, and I'm all out of time, man. All right, I'll look up some of these things tomorrow. We'll give a demonstration of the Keychain Breathalyzer tomorrow for Hump Day Happy Hour. Go on my website, barcomic.com. Get your copy of my CD, totally baked, totally free. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching anywhere else other than Facebook Live, hit me up with a comment, hit me up with a subscription or a follow or a share or whatever the case may be. Spread the word. Let everybody know that jer-dog is coming to your town soon. In fact, it'll be this Friday night, Albia, Iowa, at the Eagles Club. This Saturday night, Stoughton, Wisconsin, at Lawns Tailgaters. And I'll be back tomorrow with another live video at 4:20 p.m. or as close as possible. Hump Day Happy Hour. I'll have a couple of cocktails, and then I'll see where I'm at on the Keychain Breathalyzer. I got to get the battery placed in first, otherwise we'll do that today. Tomorrow for a Hump Day Happy Hour, I don't know, contest or just something goofy to do. In any case, thank you guys. Thanks for being here today. Bud, thanks for all the likes. See you this Saturday night. And like I said, back tomorrow, Hump Day Happy Hour, 4:20 p.m. or as close as possible for another edition of the 420 Report. Until then, dog bless America.